Void in that fifth one, work it with the gyro. Just looking forward to both teams really just stepping up here in game 2.
I'm looking forward
giving us a series which isn't a whitewash.
Yes, I'm looking forward to see what Roger can make happen on the Nyx Assassin this time, because I know Cap even gave him the shout out, that Dream League game. Roger, I know he remembers it too.
Don't remind him, come on.
Oh, come on, man. He'll never forget that game.
It's
he missed
cruel.
like 40 impales, but it doesn't matter. He's been playing remarkable at this tournament, and I'm looking to see how much he can improve on it.
Yeah, he's got a lot to work with in this game. That sounds like, while I'm a big fan of seeing, it's like me watching seeing Enigma as well as Joe Ranger being picked up. I'm like, hey, this is really cool. And then I stick a Slark picked against the draw. I'm like, this isn't cool anymore. Like Enigma, like it's almost the time you don't want to put down a Midnight Pulse because you got Spike Carapace that can cause you problems. You got Glimpse that can cause you problems. Now with the last pickup, Chrono, homing Missile, all these things can just cause you a lot of issues. So I'm interested to see how 11 plays these fights. He's got the movement speed. He's going to be pushed off his bounty rune as well.
Did they get all? They got all 4 bounties.
They got all 4 bounties, Virtus.pro. Nothing like the extra cash to just pump into the supports.
So it looks like it's going to be a lot of roaming coming out from Lanem with his items, starting with the Orb of Venom. They want to try to put pressure on the lanes just because the last time, the way the VP played, they were just always in the right place at the right time. Enigma should be able to get a bit of a freer time down bottom now.
Yep. Also to watch that one-on-one battle then up on top. So the Dragon Knight versus the Omni Knight.
Yep.
Knight versus Knight in daytime.
That's the farm lane. We're not going to watch that lane.
Yeah,
we're going to watch mid and bottom.
If there's actually a kill up on top, then we cannot blame anyone for missing it.
It'll be through rotations,
like
more than likely.
This mid lane actually looks to be a lot more effective. Like in game 1, we saw the Ancient Apparition picked up against Ori. How do you feel like game 2? Now he's going to have like a Shadow Wording Fenrir behind him.
He's got a lot better ways to protect himself. He doesn't have to worry about the AA blast later on. He doesn't have to worry about the kill threat at level 1 and 2. It's going to take them a lot longer. But Nyx Assassin, just like Cap was mentioning, is one of the strong heroes versus Death Prophet. DP has 3 int gain per level, very high base int too. The mana burn really does start to add up. And it's easier for you to set up your stuns with your Carapace versus Exorcism.
It also seems to make Fenrir's harassment like almost minimal. Like 5.4 health regen against Fenrir's attack. It doesn't really seem to be that effective yet.
They know that since the Warlock's there, they don't have the best kind of kill threat, so they're just going for the flak cannon. Just push out the wave and try to out-sustain them.
It's going to be a little bit more of a passive early game from everyone. The Gyro Cop's been having the best time in the world. Like, he's 9-4. And the top lane, currently DK, struggling to stay up with the CS.
Yeah. I do think this is really important what Roger did in the last game, as well as what he looks like he's going to be copying this time, is stacking that hard camp as well as rotating on the mid lane constantly. That's what allowed the Gyrocopter Noah to be so massive in that game and be so high level, because we saw him, he had a full 2-level advantage over Ori.
But that's when Vici have to capitalize. Understand he's backing up, try and do the stack, maybe even get some aggressive vision out for it. For now, Warlock found the Invis rune.
Vici's a lot about the level 6s, just like the panel was mentioning too. They are heavy committed to the team fight. Their lane's a bit weaker because of that.
Oh, shards fly out. Roger gets pushed back down again. Homing Missile is going towards Ori, so he can't really chase with it. It's more harassment than anything else.
Fenrir really wanted to get a career snipe, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Possibly the cutest dog in the game is currently sitting back at the VP base. Isn't he cute? Oh, yeah, anyway, here it comes. He's on the way. He's got a decent amount with him.
It's upgrading in 10 seconds, though. As a Warlock, you can't kill it before that. Too much armor. It takes like 3+ hits.
Fly, doggy, fly.
Yeah.
Well, shards are out once more. No one trapped inside the river. And, well, Ori, he doesn't have any Spirit Siphons available, but the damage they have with the Snowball. Lanham will get the kill onto no one. A good start for VG Gaming.
That time Roger wasn't prepared. He was still staying near the stack. I don't think he actually went for it, or he didn't get it, but Gyro gets punished because of that.
No, problematic as well. Even if he can land that stun, it's got to go such a long way forward. And that kind of maneuver can be read. Remember, that was one of the primary reasons why Nyx Assassin stopped getting picked. I think it was like 4 years ago when they changed the cast time on his Impale.
Cast time, and you couldn't target anymore. Yeah, lots of different things.
Well, he'll hit this cast time. Fenrir being chipped down a little bit. No one not committing. He had the Rocket Barrage. He's a 1-1-1 build.
They're still doing a great job in the lane in the last hits. All 3 of the cores on the side of VP again leading the way.
It's
really all on Lon M to make all these aggressive moves come out.
Oh, Shards blocking Roger inside the river, forced to move down. Roger, wise decision, saw it coming early and just ran the river instead. And no one, man, where are you going, man? You're up a long, long way. And Fenrir is already preparing to have a good little battle. He's gone for the 1 point up in upheaval.
Yeah,
so if VP want to dive, they're going to find themselves very slow.
They do have a good amount of damage when they've got their level 6s. It's all about just keeping them in the control, because they still, without Black Hole, their control is a bit minimal.
Yeah. Is that also when you still want to sacrifice it for the Fatal Bonds?
The build that he did yesterday when they had the Naga, he actually went 0-2-4, so it was all about just keeping them inside the Exorcism. It's kind of hard to position yourself to always get like the most ideal Fatal Bonds too. Upheaval's a lot easier as a 5 hero.
11 needs to back out. There's the time walk forward from Ramses with the time dilation. Solo puts up the kinetic field. Walls all round as the time lock even connects onto 11. No way to survive that. Ramses and Solo. Very simple gank though. No one else is behind him thanks to the Observer Ward sitting in lane. Vici gaming again. Oh, that shard block actually pushed no one into the corner. Lanham's taking all of the damage at the moment. Roger will follow up with a stun. They're going for another Rocket Barrage. Tusker needs life. The Shadow Word will give it to him. No one still had had 5-1 charges up his sleeve. So it would have been a hard kill to claim. Love watching this top lane. Paparazzi seems to be like one of the most pointless lanes ever. You farm, I farm, you farm.
He's got a clear level advantage though. He's got the level 6 already on DK, level 5 on Omni.
It's 33-5 to the 33. So they're not that far off. It's just the fact that Paparazzi, I think, is up a creep wave.
Yeah.
So now Omni has that 6.
They can threaten Paparazzi when his ulti's down with another rotation.
I think he's threatening him now. He purifies with a 1 point. And now 2 points up in DJ Aura.
Yeah, Roger's smoked here. They don't have the craziest damage.
Solo, trouble, Shards again. Lanham is just so damn good on this Tusker. Yeah. They're going to glimpse 11 away, but you've still got 3 Tuskers to fight. Maybe Gyrocopter can do something more about this. That top lane, really, really low for Paparazzi. Purification's back off cooldown. The punch from Pasha will kill off Paparazzi while the Chronosphere control up 11. He's still not 6, trying to work with Ori.
It did look like Paparazzi kind of expected something there too, because he was moving back, but getting brought down, just staying inside the creep wave. Defensive Chrono, absolutely worth it there though.
Escape and fight another day.
Yeah, will be the Battle Fury build again for the Void too. I say again, but it was a Battle Fury last time, but he was an Omni Knight.
Yeah, it was a Battle Fury on the Faceless Void in that game too.
Yes.
So you're right on both fronts.
There we go.
For the hero as well as for the player. All right, so do you make the most out of 11 now? He's got his Black Hole up and running. Is there a rotation you can do that makes this work? I say that now also seeing that fresh Observer Ward behind the tier 1 tower on bottom lane. So any kind of support that does TP in will be scouted.
Well, he's not carrying a TP just now, so I think he's more just happy with farming unless something just comes to him naturally and they make an aggressive move on him and his teammates can actually TP to him. Once he picks up a TP, we could see him maybe play that defensive, reactive Enigma.
Omni's finally giving space up on the top lane for the DK underneath the tower. 11 doesn't have enough space. He turns around. He knows it's in trouble. A 2-man Black Hole. Solo will put the ball down. The Glimpse actually pulling him back closer towards the tower. Ori wants to come in and help. 11 will fall. And Ori is just focusing on Solo. Upheaval slowing down the Disruptor, allowing Ori to close the distance. 11's conversions will get the kill.
That's an early TP by Death Prophet though. Ori only level 5 still. Gyrocopter has already hit 6.
He still gets the experience from it. Shards from Lanham, just stopping Roger from claiming the bounty rune and giving time for Fenrir to rotate over with the snowball. They'll close the distance, picking up the Warlock. They have to wait it out. That Spike Carapace causing delays and Solo arrives for the wall. Kinetic field is down. No one. Is he actually taking a fight in this one? He might be able to. With the Invis, he's got Flak Cannon plus the call down. VG Gaming getting split by the invisible Gyrocopter. And Lanham, when the rocket connects, there's a couple more attacks. And maybe the snowball, it will delay it. So the Rocket Barrage doesn't find the kill. In fact, he goes to Solo, but it's no one to get the double kill. Taunted on the way out. Why not? They're going for more. Ramses, Chronosphere, finding the Enigma. TP is coming in from the DK. And Paparazzi actually completes the TP too.
They can put pressure down on this tower with the next Dragon form. I don't think that VP wants to respond to that
Oh,
one
they
either.
actually left. Ramsey just TP top.
He wasn't healthy, so he didn't want to go back to base to heal, but he's got an Omni Knight, so if he can go top, just get healed up, continue to farm. And they actually just send the Omni Knight bottom.
Yep.
Matchup for
DK.
DK.
Dragon Tail stun. He's still got Purification of 1 charges with the Malefice. Makes it a little bit more difficult, but sorry, Repel.
He's gone for the Midas as well on Pasha. Going for a bit more greed this game. They know it's not going to be that fast-paced compared to last time.
11's going to do the same thing as well. Seems like they're falling behind in timings, Pasha. Well, the kinetic field is there, but with shards flying forward, they didn't catch out Solo, but they've already killed off Pasha, making the most of that DK form and the creep wave that's with it. They want that tier 1 tower to fall, buy some breathing room, and more importantly, ensure the Trinity camp of the Dire side is just protected even harder. Shards, oh, Lanham gets Solo right in the edge, but he snowballs, jumps forward. That Malefice will be able to connect, and Lanham is inside the kinetic field. Solo will take a fall. The Urn charge is there from Lanham.
I was a bit surprised to see
run away.
that they actually decided to try to defend that bottom tower. The way that they were positioning with their gyrocopter too. No one was really wanting to secure his stack farm. And they get punished for those movements. Vici, Lanem being the big key playmaker for them.
They're going to try and fight up on top. You don't have Chronosphere available, but with Solo right behind you, he doesn't have Glimpse, so the wall has to be able to hold Fenrir, and it will not be able to do so. Shadow Word is down, and he just upheavals, slows them underneath the tower. That will not be enough. The wall on bottom lane, Pasha, Dragon form is not there, and Pasha will repel. Gyrocopter, him through the rear, the stun is nice. 11 cannot survive. Paparazzi on the run, Roger. Kanopi's fast enough to close this distance. The drum charge was already triggered, and the call down, it'll connect. Slowing down Paparazzi, but with Ori and Lanham in the neighborhood, VP know this is not a fight they can take. Probably the saddest thing you can watch right now, Enigma with a head of Midas, and it's on off cooldown. But at least he has it.
It's like it's a standard Enigma build, right? But yeah, it is quite sad. He'll be able to use it soon. Oh no, he won't. His TP's on cooldown. Even worse.
Yep. He has to walk.
The Grim Walk of Shame.
Well, Faceless Void's adding pressure to the top lane. Now that he's got his Chrono back up, a lot of confidence to keep the pressure.
He hasn't had to slow down either, which is the beauty. That's that movement that he went toward top instead of going to heal with Pasha's heal was really important for him to continue.
They're coming for him. Lanham shards have been on point, but very difficult to control up a Faceless Void. Chrono and Time Walk.
Lanham shards have been on point, but Ori is still very underfarmed in this game, just like the last time. 3,700 net worth in comparison to the Gyro's 5,100.
Under-leveled as well.
Yep.
Like, that hurts even harder because you don't have the extra points up in silence yet. That's that extra control you need against Ramses to ensure Time Walk can't just happen. That's a 6-second duration at level 4.
Look at Roger just scouting them out here too, reading the movements. There is an Obs and a Sentry down he's going to walk into in a second.
He is. If Lanham plays this right, they can kill off Roger. 11's right behind, so they start with a Malefice stun. Want to follow it with much more. Spike Carapace causes those kind of problems, but then Spirit Siphon. Roger, too much damage. Will die before he can really become that initiation factor they wanted him to be. No one's found a haste rune in the top river, so if they want to try and fight under Chrono, they can.
Yeah, they can get active. They've got Static Storm too on Disruptor already.
He burns Flat Cannon early. They're not looking for anything with a haste rune.
Pasha's just going to go full defensive items this time around. No Battle Fury Omni Knight, just the mech. He just needs to be that sustained. They've got the 2 big cores anyway.
Well, if they can sustain through the black hole, that's that primary controller you were talking about, but they need more sustain too when Fenrir starts getting more levels. Like, he's still focusing on upheaval. He's gone to 0-2-3-1 on that Warlock.
Same build that he did last time. They're just really focused on that big team fight, that big wombo combo. They know they have the damage with Exorcism and with Black Hole. They just need to control them.
Roger's walking underneath another Sentry Ward again. Fenrir plays a little bit more defensive, but doesn't attack to reveal the fact the Sentry's down. Not bad for a 13-minute mech on Omni Knight.
They're threatening top tower with a Void. They'll be able to get that one.
Yeah, VG have no desire to defend this.
Look at Roger's positioning here too. He's expecting a smoke.
They don't actually have it.
They do have
yet. 1 second. Yeah. There it is. Lanham triggers it. The inventory timing actually helping VG because they would have blown that before. Roger's in so deep, and if they can find no one farming in the tree line, Solo is here, Storm is available, so the smoke is broken, no one, there's your shards, block him in, the trigger a jump charge with the exorcism, that Storm, it doesn't control up enough for the rock, it will fall down, connecting on 4 heroes, 11's trying to close the distance to get the black hole, but the Faces Void Chrono, it's going to be better, but is it? Ori's damage is still so high, they have to GA and give themselves some life. Ramses, he didn't get up the hill, but it won't matter. VP, the Vici, they're all focusing on Pasha underneath the tier 2 tower. He should fall, the purification, it won't be enough to keep him alive. Ramses, time walk out, Vici, a terrific fight for them. The tier 1 tower plus 2 big cores.
Fenrir's chaotic offering was split-second perfect to stop the Omni Knight from actually getting the heal or the repel on the Gyrocopter. The fight could have been a little bit different there, but Gyro at this moment in time is their big damage dealer. So as soon as they lose no one, the fight is in Vici's favor. Roger just missing that smoke movement, but he did scout out that they have a quad stack up on that hard camp.
Yeah. Interesting to see what he's actually sitting around here for. He's looking for like a walking wounded to come back just between the towers.
Just trying to get information. You could look for sniping couriers as well.
All right, now the couriers all the way back home is coming out with the cloak as well as obs and sentries. So Fenrir can spend some nice money. A blink dagger as well for the DK. So initiation has arrived for Paparazzi.
They know Exorcism's down, they know Rock is down, they want to take advantage. Their cooldowns are much less on the side of VP in comparison to Vici.
Do you actually like this from 11 trying to go in for a full Crimson Guard before getting something like a blink dagger?
I did see that queued up. I'm wondering if he's actually just going to full commit for it.
Well, he's because of that great fight, you did get like 1700 gold already, so he's very close to just picking up that big item in the blink dagger, if he wants it. VG preparing defense, Observe Ward on the hillside once again. Fenrir, their Observe Ward was down too, so he could watch himself die, but Paparazzi, great start on the Omni Knight and the silence. There's the mech to come off, giving him some life, but the storm from Solo is causing problems. Pasha still inside the shards, they're trying to find the kill, but the stuns, they just keep coming, not to mention the call down damage. VG Gaming, they had all the sustain, but it's still not enough. Ori dragged back by the glimpse. VG losing 4. The vision of the high ground again, perfect for virtus.pro.
No one was up top. He got hit by the Chronosphere, or by the black hole, but Roger was in position.
Roger hits the stun. They want everyone, all 5 heroes to die, and they've got it.
Wow.
Lanham will fall.
Their damage was a bit limited. They didn't have the Exorcism available. They got the black hole on no one, but the wraparound there from Roger, stopping it in time for them to turn the fight around, and Static Storm catching 3 heroes there. And now they've actually transitioned to taking the stack.
Taking the stack with the Battle Fury Faceless Void.
And it's gone.
So much money, so much experience gone begging for VG Gaming. And you'll watch that graph just swing vertical now. It's going up, up, up. The experience is just as sharp. And this will continue until VG Gaming can get control of their lanes back again. The Faceless Void will continue to scale this way.
Vici's very dependent on having both Exorcism and the Chaotic offering in the fights.
And they really need to get rid of that Observer Ward. This one little Observer Ward that just watched the entire fight.
Paparazzi.
Yep, a little bit of a catch out. DK needs a lot more life to survive this. VG is on the way over, but it's a little too late. In fact, 11, he committed to walking in so close that Solo can glimpse him back down into the fight. And where is the stuns? Not even required. The damage from no one, way too good.
VP's relentless aggression. And like you mentioned, that ward spotting out everything. The vision in both of these games by VP has been remarkable.
Oh, Ramses can actually solo chrono this if he wants the kill, depending on the timing. Yeah, he's going to as well. Support's there from the Omni Knight Purification, giving just that little bit of bonus damage to ensure Lanham dies. A quick Walrus Punch up the hill, but the time walk in. Solo, he's wrapped around from the side. The glimpse will pull Fenrir back into the wall, and underneath Ramses' hammer and Pasha's hammer. Everyone's got a hammer time.
4 dead again.
And no one's going to take bottom tower. Ori's trying to defend this, but how?
VP's playing at that really fast pace and taking advantage of those cooldowns. Now is the time for Vici, though. As soon as they've got Black Hole available, they can look to go for smoke. They have to be able to group up because they're getting punished way too much from the movement and from all the vision that's coming out from VP. But VP,
they're the ones to smoke up. They're the ones looking for 11. Roger, easiest stun of your life right now. Point blank range, connecting on the target. Enigma purified up. He does have the one charge to give a little bit more life with the glimpse. Solo is there once more. No black hole available. Ramsey in the neighborhood as well, so you cannot help him. If you do, you just feed more. The homing missiles going towards Fender. Look at no one. He just goes for the call down. He's happy to take out the creep wave too.
It's getting to that same point as last game, Toby.
It is. They're just overwhelming VG Gaming. And VG, they need an answer. And I'm not quite certain where it comes from. It's not like they got the Chronosphere to work with this time around.
They're just so limited in their damage because this Death Prophet just is shut down, as you were mentioning. Very under-leveled. Level 11 again this time around. Not having that level 2 Exorcism just yet. They're just so reliant on all their ultis being up. While VP, it's go time, non-stop.
I think we were having that discussion, right, on day one of the group stages when we cast. It was about Ori's hero pool, and basically you ban out the Death Prophet. What else does VG have to move to? Like, how do they change it up? I don't want to start talking about Game 3 draft just yet, but it still is something to keep in the back of the mind that this definitely doesn't seem to be working for VG Gaming. Their draft needs to change up, or they need to find some way just to sync their lineup so the synergy is right.
VP just is reading all their moves. If Roger just constantly running around in this invis, he just spots them out there with that smoke.
The Observer Ward again. It's the one ward that saw the high ground. It was the reason why they got the better initiation during that mid-fight previously, and now watches the smoke maneuver of VG Gaming. And they're trying to use Ori as bait on the top.
Roger already has a blink on this Nyx. That might be faster than his Earthshaker blink dagger.
Well, he's died twice, but he's got 10 assists on this Nyx Assassin.
He can set up for a lot of those counter initiations, and they've got the high ground vision here.
Fantastic Observer Ward. The blink dagger from Paparazzi, it's only going to help if he can see, but we just hit nighttime, so that vision is very limited, but not for virtus.pro. Fighting under vision time and time again.
VP's looking to start the fight here solo. They see the Enigma step up.
His face is what he's going to do is TP. He's waiting to TP onto the tier 1 tower, and yep, here it comes. He goes to the tier 2 tower instead, homing missile, chasing down Lanham. He'll have to snowball if he's going to protect himself from this, which he does do so, but Roger, the Spike Carapace won't connect on that, but he will connect onto the Enigma with a cooldown. Rock is good here for VG Gaming, but where is the kill? 11 is just running for his life, and DK's caught on the hillside. Lanham needs to help, but what can he do? Shards is still on cooldown. He can't push it back, and the 3-man chrono is perfect. Ori has managed to split the engagement, but it won't help when Ramsey's just picking apart your back line, and GA protects the front line. No one even purified up. VG Gaming, they just can't get diddly squat in these fights, and Lanham, the clips will pull him back. Another one down for VG Gaming. The snowball is the icing on the cake. They'll pull him into Roshan, and there's your stun from Roger. He hit that one, Fogs.
He's been hitting all of them.
Yeah, he has.
He's been killing it on this Nyx Assassin, and just overall, the whole entire team play of VP. Again, though, the vision. They have that high ground ward, so they see everything that Vici's trying to set up during that one, so they can kind of pick and choose how they want to take the fight, and Paparazzi getting up on the high ground, they're getting isolated. Quickly brought down in 11, unable to find the positioning to get the black hole. This is just, it's gone from bad to worse, Toby.
It really has. That's why I was wondering, like, if you would bypass going for the Crimson Guard. Like, I can imagine trying to just survive virtus.pro's attack, but it's obviously not working. And even the positioning, how many times have we seen these battles happen with VP versus Vici, where it's transcended almost 3 levels of high ground? It's just like up, 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 and up, and up, and VP always seem to have that advantage. Yeah, one target being isolated. They're doing it again. Roger can look for the double stun. Spike Carapace to begin with, and then blinks away. He's underneath the sentry ward of VG Gaming.
He's causing so many issues. Just way too much information being given. The thing is that 11, like the Blink Dagger, if he goes it, there's so many options that they can stop the Chronosphere with.
Yeah.
They've got the Carapaces, which is one of the biggest ones. You blink in, you're gonna get Carapace majority of the time.
Then what do you do? Like, you want a BKB as well as... Like, you need BKB and Blink then. But he's going for the team item. So I can understand it.
They want to try to tank up through the fights and survive so that they can just naturally turn and go, but they're at such a disadvantage now. 15k gold lead already for VP.
Look at Ramsey just jump in with the Aegis Immortal. He feels immortal, and rightly so. Down, a little bit of life, but don't worry, he's got Pasha right behind him, and they just keep giving him the Solar Crest if needed.
Tier 2 time.
Enigma's just buying time as well. Like, he's just pushing in the bottom lane and getting the hell out of there. He's completed the Crimson Guard. That's one upside now for VG Gaming, making their high ground defense a little bit easier.
When they've got all their ultis ready, they're going to try to make another move here. They have to try to catch VP off guard, though.
Roger's on the hunt down the bottom lane. Without him as the big interrupter against VG's team fight, I'm a little bit concerned if VP can properly take the fight.
I don't think they need to. I think they can just back up and use this as a farming Aegis.
Are we going into the normal rotation of Aegis? First Aegis is all remaining out of towers. Second Aegis is inside base.
I mean, when you've got such a big commanding lead, you don't want to throw it away. They've got great heroes that scale into the late game. They can take this patiently.
Yep. And this is still the grand final of the major. Virtus.pro, no mistakes.
Roger almost just got his team's courier killed, but it creeps, but it survives. It survives.
Coming with a tome of knowledge. Little smarts, don't send couriers through creep waves.
So next will be the Blink Dagger for the Enigma. He does need both that Blink and that BKB. They can sustain a lot better through the fights now though with the Crimson Guard. It's all about just trying to protect Ori.
It nulls the effect of no one, but I fear it comes a little too late when no one's already the way onto his butterfly after having SMY and BKB.
I mean, that's what happens when you've got a 17k lead, right?
Oh, the glimpse. Solo, so long, 11. Okay, what do you want to do? Paparazzi and Fenrir want to try and protect him. He's got potential black hole. The Shrine's giving him the life. The rock will drop. 11, do you want to commit? The answer is still going to be no when Roger, he double stuns the back line. Oh boy, VG, they were uncertain if this was really a fight they wanted to take, and the answer is definitely not. You do not pass go, do not collect $200.
And no one is godlike again. This for the second time. Last game he also hit godlike around the 25-minute mark.
And
Ori
they can wait out
exorcism too.
They can even wait out the exorcism if they wanted to. Yeah, it's the homing missiles on Ori. They may just fight it. Wall him up, fortification. There's Ramsey's jumping in the chronosphere. You walk into it, Lanham. Ramsey just moves to his next target, and GG, well played. You can see VG losing hope. I don't know if it's actually being